Oh, come on. Oh, come on, look at that. Are you kidding me? Serious sprouts. Welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we are going to do something really special. And I mean special sprouts. You know, there is many recipes all over the internet showing you how to make burnt sprouts. Now, sprouts and burning, they call it charring, adds to a bit of flavour. It's not the way to do sprouts. Now, I was brought up, my mum used to actually take all the skins off the outside or the leaves off the outside, put a cross in it, shove it in boiling water and boil the crap out of the sprouts for don't know how long, and then you would have soggy sprouts on your plate. I don't do sprouts that way, guys. This is a bag of sprouts, cheap as chips actually here in the UK at the moment, 19p for 500 grams. Good sprouts. So what we're going to do, we're going to prep these sprouts. I'm going to show you how to make a fantastic side or main sprout dish. It's so simple and it's really delicious, and there's only a couple of ingredients. So what we need to do, we need to prep these sprouts. So let's get on and take some leaves off and show you what we're going to do. Okay, with these sprouts, look, I mean, some of them have been cut through already where they've been sliced off the stalk. But not to worry, we're not going to panic about that. What we need to do, we need to clean up the sprouts. Easy, guys. You know, we're going to come through the bottom with a knife and we're going to take that stalk end off. And then we're just going to take a couple of leaves off. It's as easy as that. Now don't forget that the sprouts are like small cabbages. I mean, I don't like boiled cabbage, so why boil the crap out of a load of sprouts and spoil them? Now, in old-fashioned days, like I say, how my mum was brought up, she would put a cross in there like that, and then that would go in a pan of boiling water. We ain't going to do that, and we ain't going to cut it in half either, like thousands of recipes. We're going to leave them all whole. So all we need to do is put our sprouts peeled in our dish. Easy as that. Now, this is a pretty boring job, as you can see. Has to be done because some of the leaves on the outside, not necessarily this one, but some of these others, you know, they're carrying all sorts of stuff on there. So let's get these leaves off. Now, the thing is with my recipe, if you actually cut the sprouts in half and then you cook it, if you cook it in an air fryer, the air fryer spins the air round. So as it spins the air round, you've got loose leaves going inside up into the air fryer. Now we don't want that, so we're not going to cut these in half at all. We're going to use them whole. And this is how you would use them if you were going to put them in the oven as well. So oven or air fryer, leave whole. Now it's not complicated at all. It's very easy. Just take those outer leaves off there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to crack on, peel off all these outer leaves, and then what we'll do, we'll show you the next stage, because if not, it's going to be a pretty boring video peeling all these sprouts. Okay, that's my sprouts done. I've put them in a tray. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to actually bob this in the air fryer, but you could bob it in the oven, you know. The oven temperature, I'll tell you now, 190 degrees for about 30-35 minutes. Now we're going to try it in the air fryer, and I'll tell you why we're doing it in the air fryer. I've seen so much rubbish on the internet where they burn all the sprouts. So we're going to try and cook these perfectly in the air fryer. We're going to do it about 180 for about 12 minutes. So it's a bit of a challenge. We know it works in the oven, but let's crack on and do this. Right, my sprouts, I don't mess around with sprouts. I want the flavour of the sprouts. Now we can make a honey butter glaze afterwards if we want. 1 tablespoon of honey to 3 tablespoons of butter in a pan, stir it round, drizzle some over the top. But you know, to start off with, we've got to cook these sprouts. Now, all I do, I take some butter. So let's get some butter. Now this is homemade butter. I'll put a link up there, so if you want to make your own, that's up to you. If you don't, just use regular butter. Okay, so we want some butter on our sprouts. Now people coat sprouts in oil and all sorts of things, but that buttery flavour through those sprouts, it works really, really well. That's about enough. What we need is a pinch of black pepper. A good pinch of black pepper. Black pepper works really well with sprouts. So let's get that in there. Now, if you want to go salty, put a little bit of salt in. You know, this is unsalted butter because I made it. So what we'll do, we'll add a little bit of salt, and only a little bit. We don't want much in there at all. Just a little bit over there. Job done. And then for my sprouts, all I do is I actually slice up a couple of rashers of bacon. I want to put the bacon straight on there. So it's as simple as that. And then what you'll end up with really crispy chunks of bacon in between all those sprouts when it's cooked. Now it does add a little bit of flavour. There we go. Doesn't that look fantastic? That is so simple. So we are doing like an air fryer challenge, because normally it would go in the oven with a roast and everything like that. 190 degrees for about 30-35 minutes. We are going to bob this in here 180 degrees about 12 minutes. But we'll give it a little bit of a look in at just after halfway. Put our sprouts in the air fryer and then stuff our sprouts in there on 180 degrees for 12 minutes. We need to give it a little bit of a coating, looking at about halfway through. That's it. So hopefully our air fryer challenge, we ain't going to burn these and they'll be perfect sprouts. Okay, we get about halfway. Let's have a look. Now that's what we're looking at already in here. Fantastic. So you can give it a little bit of a turn over if you want. Just turn it over a little bit. We've got that nice bit of butter in the bottom of there. And obviously now we've got that little bit of fat from that bacon. You know, many people actually cook all this lot in a pan and then shove it in there. It's not worth it. The sprouts are starting to smell fantastic, but I can tell with the feel of this with my spoon that these are quite firm. So let's get them back in. Now we got another 6 minutes on there. We might have to give it another couple of minutes. This is a challenge, to use the air fryer to have seriously perfect sprouts without burning them. That's it. That is the challenge over. Let's get them out. Oh, look in there. Just look at those. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, all we got to do now is serve them up. Now I'm not making a butter honey glaze. I'm going to use this butter that we've cooked the sprouts in with the pepper. We're going to drizzle that over. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, look at that. Oh, just look at that. Are you kidding me? Serious? Let's hide out of the way. Serious sprouts. Look at those. Oh man. Now, you know, you would normally eat this as part of a meal, but I can tell you now, these are seriously that good. Let's get the old fork in there. Oh, look at that. Absolutely fantastic. Bursting with flavour. That is delicious. Nothing over those, no balsamic vinegar, no rubbish. Bringing out the full flavour of the sprouts. That is fantastic. That is really good. And they are really soft with a nice crunch. Oh, now that looks amazing. Oh, guys. Oh, I'm gonna eat this whole plateful actually. Now, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe. Share with your friends, all that kind of stuff. Catch you in the next video.